Welcome, everybody, to what is going to be a very interesting night here in Avian Studios. It's the TWIGI iRacing series, and we're live from Martinsville Speedway for the first of 3 races this weekend at Paperclip. I'm Carmen Hardy, alongside me Kevin Young, to bring you the night's action, and again, we are living it like it's 1985. Very much old school tonight with how everything's being presented. But Kevin, obviously short track racing, qualifying not too far away from beginning. How you feeling?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be a nice throwback experience. All we need is the old VHS filter on the screen to make it really truly feel unique. But in regardless to the racing, we're going to see probably a lot of tempers flaring, as this is basically a one-groove racetrack where you want to hug that bottom. And if someone's taking that bottom, you either have to try to move them out of the way or force them into a mistake and to capitalize around the inside. So it's going to be quite an interesting show. It's going to test a lot of these drivers' fortitudes, patience, and most of all, the ability to move someone without wrecking someone.
As you can kind of tell, we're kind of having to adjust things manually, jumping back and forth between drivers here. So as you can tell, the programming notice on the bottom of your screen, SDK Gaming is having server-wide issues. Something that we have become aware of within the last hour. So, and it is affecting everything. So we are in our 3 days now, as far as what we're able to do here. Qualifying about to begin. So we're going to find out pretty quickly here who's going to start on the front row here in Martinsville.
We're going to need our stopwatches and our word of mouth to get this going. A few cars are already pulling out now. Jack Stanley, one of them, the 95 Lightning McQueen machine. I think RJ Buchanan's going to be the first one that took an attempt here lap, but obviously we'll see them all fly on the board here, as it's only 5 minutes of qualifying. 2 laps. Should go by quick, knowing how short Martinsville is.
It's going to be especially interesting, obviously. So, Kevin, you have access to the actual times here, because obviously I can't bring them up on screen.
Yep.
So I have to kind of keep us in mind here. So we're watching Patrick Hernandez on the screen right now. He's the number 19.
Currently third with a 20.430 on his first lap here. Coming to take a second one here. See if you can jump any higher. Usually the first lap is the lap that is the money lap. Across the line, he does actually improve. He goes to a 20.182, so that's going to be good enough for second. Currently top of the times is Jacob Elkins with a 19.862. And we'll cut on board here with a 91. And he will jump to the top of the tables here. A 19.842 for him. Times are beginning to fall here. I was trying to do last minute math. The only 5 drivers have not set times yet as we run along here. Alex Daffin just jumped at the P2 in the 48. So now it's Merrick Watchhorn and Alec Daffin currently front row of the right now current grade of Martinsville, but obviously that can change if one of the other 5 drivers can do, including Lilac Zier has not yet set a time either, but I think she just did set a time here, and that will put her P8 currently with a 20.153. Here comes for a second lap here. Can she go any faster? That will be a no, as it will still be P8 for her. Coming up on 3 minutes done in the session here. So we got 2 minutes to go in qualifying. Only 3 drivers not yet set times. John Ledger, Joshua Jernigan, and Callie in the 36. Have not set times. Current pole sitter is still Merrick Watchhorn with a 19.842 with Alex Daffin in second. Now, even though Martinsville is a short track, so you wouldn't see that much of a difference of time, but it kind of shows you some of the slower drivers here in Twiggy can still, like, are still, I would say, competent and still able to keep the car pointed, because the gap between pole sitter Merrick Watchhorn and current slowest car on the qualifying order, RJ Buchanan, is about a second between the two of them, as Watchhorn did a 19.842 and RJ Buchanan did a 20.732. So it just shows throughout the field, these drivers are quite good at keeping the car planted, keeping it straight, and setting good times.
That's right. Obviously, right now, so qualifying still underway here. We'll see everyone pop up on track when it's time for the race to get ready to begin. But again, we're having server-wide issues with SDK Studios. We're not sure what the source of those problems are. We know that it is on their side of things, not our side of things, because it is a repeated issue. But we're going to do what we can.
Yeah. So it looks like, I'm going to guess, as we are about 10 seconds, 15 seconds away from qualifying being over here, as we're currently at 4 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock, about 10 seconds left here. No other drivers will elect to take a time. So we'll wait for the finishing up, and we'll do a quick rundown of where everyone is. And that will be the end of qualifying. So we're going to see the drivers grid up here. And we'll take a quick look down the order here. So on front row, as I've said a couple times, but we'll reiterate again, Merrick, Watchhorn, Alex Staffen, they will make up front row here with Jacob Elkins and Brianna Gregg in the second row. Kyle Smith and Connor Morse will make up the row number 3. Brady Weilman and Lilik Zaire will make up row number 4. Dennis Crosby and Patrick Hernandez will make up row 5. Maurice Golmillion and John Buada will make up row number 6. Selena Thompson and Brad Slagle will make up row 7. Doug Betts and Jack Stanley will make up row number 8. RJ Buchanan will be the last one to set a time. He'll be in row number 9 along with Callie Baguette. And in the last row of the grid, it will be Joshua Jernigan and John Ledger, with Callie, Joshua, and John all not setting times. Yeah. Should be worth noting, Jake Belts has, I believe, a penalty from last week or something, because he will be giving an EOL, so he will be starting in the back. So he will not keep that second front row starting spot. Well, second row starting spot, I should say. Two laps warm up on short tracks. Also, it's nice to see them using Night Martinsville. Definitely a good treat to see. So I hope we can get SDK running, but if not, we're going to do this old school style walkie-talkies and relay. But we'll try our best, and we'll still get you a great coverage here of the Red Hot Dog 202 here at Martinsville. As the pace car going to take the long, hard right in the pit lane. And green flag in the air, and away we go for the start of this race at Martinsville. And you can see on the outside, Daffin going to get a good launch, as he needs to do that to try to clear that 91 before that inside line gets any momentum.
And it's going to help him out a ton.
Stanley had a little bit of a loose goose moment, but he'll keep it straight. It's lap number 1 already in the books here. A little bit of a battle here between the 09 of Connor Morris and Brady Weilman for, I believe, that is 5th position.
Correct, it is. Yeah, it is. Morris in the Dollar General 09 and Weilman in the 51.
Honestly, I do love me seeing a good old Dollar General Xfinity scheme, paint scheme. One car in the pit lane. That is John Ledger, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's Josh Jernigan. One of the cars that started in yellow is currently sitting in the pit lane, starting a pedaling.
Pass him further back. It's Jacob Elkins getting around Jack Stanley at the moment. And caution's already out.
Let's try to see who
and
it is.
And it was Jack Stanley. We saw it in the background there. We were on lap 4. So we'll have a lap count up. It's not going to be able to be updated every lap because we have to do that manually right now. But
just need one of those like umpire counters. Click, click, click. But yeah, making the best we can. So only lap 5 here. 95 always got some damage. Definitely gonna have to sort out that rear end. A little bit of a crinkle in the back. Other than him, though, I doubt we're gonna see really anyone else pit. Is that he's gonna be the only car taking the hard right into the pit lane.
So here's kind of what happened here with
Yep, I believe it was Callie and Jack Stanley were the two that were involved in that incident.
So this is what happened to sort of get him spun around here.
So he's battling the number 9 car, Jacob Elkins, who serving in ELO, trying to get up through the field here.
Bajan, Bajan distanced it in a little deep.
Yeah.
Again, we're learning brand new controls here on Avian Studios with SDK down. Having to use a bit of a backup situation here.
I mean, this is what I used for when I first started joining you guys for ABN. This is what I used to switch cameras and whatnot to find action and it didn't have the camera control. So it's a bit of a reunion of sorts for myself. I believe we're going to see them, as no driver's going to pit this time by. We'll see them line up here. I think we're going to get the one to go here. Nope, light's still on the pace track here, so we're going to go around one more time. So light should be going on the pace track. We'll see them bunch up here. Daffin will be taking the outside here, and Merrick will be on the inside. To answer the question, the drivers do have the race information on their screens, as there is obviously some of them don't use SDK, and others they do have that in-box black box. So they still have all the information they need. Just for us here at ABN, we just have that HUD that provides information along with the controls for cameras. And since that cannot be booted up at this time, we've had to go back to simplistic controls. But pace car coming in. We start going to be on Daffin's control, flag in the air, and away we go. And he gets another great jump there, but a car that didn't was that car behind him, the number 55 of Kyle Smith. ends up getting a little bit bogged down. He gets a bit of a wheel spin. He's going to be under pressure here for third. Right now, Daffod's in the lead. Oh, Kyle Smith in the general car. Hard in the wall, the general car. We got a big accident on the front stretch here. 2 cars, almost 3. It's going to be a track blocker. And there's going to have to try to make it through without too much damage. But you can see Kyle Smith got an okay lick, but the biggest lick was that Dollar General machine that hit it hard. The 09 of Connor Morse.
And there's a bit of a look at what happened.
Mm-hmm. Also, the 44 involved, Lilac Zier as well on that high line. So a lot of good cars taking some good damage here.
Yeah, get a bit of a zoomed in shot here as we
see, he gets a little bit too wide. Didn't think he was clear. He kind of got a little loose off the right side. Connor was right there, and that point Connor got ping-ponged into the inside wall. Boom. And then that caused a stack up on the high side
there. Yeah.
Because Lilac got collected, and that just took every car on her high side and behind her just ended up being involved as well, including the 44 of Maurice. I think Selena Thompson was involved as well.
Yeah.
That's just sometimes short track racing. Sometimes an incident you may not be involved in happens, and sometimes there's nowhere to go.
So, on a caution for the second time in the night. Quick caution here.
Yep.
For Kyle Smith, Lilac Zier, Dennis Crosby, Connor Morris, and a few others.
Mm-hmm. Counted 6 cars in that incident. Luckily, one fast repair for all drivers is provided, so no one should be out of the race after that incident, as obviously no car had if they burned a fast repair, did not burn under the first caution. So every car is still on the racing surface. So we have 19 out there. Only car that did not take part in the festivities is John Leger, who is behind the wall. So 19 cars still running. 19 cars on the lead lap. Here on lap 14, coming to 15. So lights on the pace car here. We're going to line up here. Daff now going to take the bottom, which is interesting. Took the high side last time. Now going to take the bottom. So thinks he can get a good jump here on the inside lane. And instead of having to try to jump down to make it safe, he thinks it's a safer bet just to stay on the low side. Pace car going to pull on in here. And away we go for restart number 3. As Merrick is going to be under pressure here from the 19 of Brianna Gregg.
Yeah, Brennan Gregg, really good jump there into second place. He did a really good job getting to the front there. Trouble for Weileman. He falls backwards a little bit. Summit Esports sitting first and second and fifth. Watch Running Motorsports third and fourth.
Yeah. Actron is on the charge here.
Yeah.
Brady Wildman already look at his rear end there. He's got some good damage there, as we'll see probably in the shot here to go through. You can see that back end is very crinkled. But you don't expect to go through Martinsville, your car pretty much unscathed. You're going to have at least some love taps on it. So we got a battle here forming in seconds. The 91 is getting around the 18 and Greg, and will clear it. So Merrick going to make up for the spot he lost on the opening restart. Is now going to try to set his sights on the lead car of the 48.
Everyone trying to log in some quick laps here. Now on lap 20.
Ooh, we got a bit of a check up in the back.
Caution's out.
That's going to probably be with the 40. As they're Josh Sturdigan calling check up, but he wasn't involved.
Jack Stanley was the one that was spun around.
Yep, Jack Stanley.
And here's why.
It looks like he lost on his own, but we'll take a look here again just to confirm it.
Wheel hop, and
Yeah.
around she goes.
Oh, and almost.
Jernigan
Yep.
almost got it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be caution number 3. Also, a bit of the radio chatter here. Trying to hope they clean it up here, at least in good faith. But obviously, again, we're still a little bit too early for the window, so no one really pitting. 09 at Connor Morris is going to get one of his 2 laps he got down back. So he'll now be 1 down. Meaning we have 17 cars on the lead lap. Connor Morris will be 1 down, currently in 18th, and Dennis Crosby is currently 2 down in 19th.
Under our 3rd caution of the night for another spin involving Jack Stanley. 2nd spin of the night for him so far.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a wheel spin moment on his behalf. Again, for everyone that's tuning in, this is a bit of an interesting night for us as we have to kind of rely on backup systems and hope for the best. But I'm Carmen Hardy alongside me, Kevin Young. First of 3 races here at Martinsville this weekend.
Hopefully SDK will be working for the other 2.
Right.
At least fingers crossed. Or I think we may be finding you in a bit of a stressful situation by Monday rolls around. But anyway, lights on the pace truck still on. So we're going to go around one more time here. Right now, up front, it's been the Daffin and Watchhorn show. This will be going green this time by. Currently on lap 25. When we go green, will be lap 26. Daffin going to take the inside again here. Kind of looking for the field. You already see a few cars already having some crinkled fenders and crinkled rear ends. But may not be in race winning shape, but could still get that W. Pace car gonna pull on in here. And for the 4th time tonight, away we go. Alex Affleck gets a relatively great jump there. The 91 gonna be under pressure here early going to the corner with the 18 on his inside. But the 91 will clear the job, and now Brady Wildman going to be attacking Patrick Hernandez there for 4th position. Going to go hard into the corner here. And that Lowe's Pros machine will get around as 19 actually is going to fall into the clutches of the 3 of Doug Bates. Or sorry, the 052 of Brad Slagle.
Yeah, Slagle's going to move up into the 5th spot here. Betts in 7th, trying to defend from the 9 of Jacob Elkins. Slagle's going to stiff arm his way through. So put the 052 into the 5th spot. Hernandez down to 6th. Stanley in trouble once again as he tries to avoid
The chaos.
a 3rd incident there in the number 95 machine.
Martinsville's a tricky place. You have to try to go basically hard into the corner, basically go from 100 to 0 to 100 to basically almost nothing in every corner to try to hit it successfully. But we saw what happened that 19 there, Patrick Hernandez, and it's just a good example. If you get stuck on that outside for too long, it could just show the bad effects of what happened. It looks like we have a wreck here. Looks like it happened in the back.
Not sure who it would have been. Looks like it would have been for potentially Doug Betts.
Yeah, I'm looking around here. I'm not seeing anything for replaying.
So we'll see if we can figure it out here. So Doug Betts, we'll see if we can take a look to see. That's who was signaling that the caution may have been for. I'm not seeing anything there.
No, I heard Connor Morris saying caution, caution on the radio, so I'm looking at him, and I'm not seeing anything either. Oh, 55. 55.
Oh, that would have been Kyle Smith.
Yeah, 55.
Oh, he got sent by Bajent.
Yeah.
And now, ooh, that's a soft call on a caution because he wasn't ever completely around.
Yeah, but iRacing decided that was a caution because situation.
Yeah, just Bajent following super close there on the 55. Kyle Smith did a really good job saving it, but...
So it should be worth noting that we have now switched over to single file restarts, so everything will be a single file restart from here on out through the rest of the night. So there'll be no lineup as we go on through. Still no drivers have taken there, except for the few drivers that obviously have pit for damage early in the back. No other driver has in that top half of the field have made their first pit stops of the race yet. Kind of looking through the grid here, some of the biggest winners so far, including Brad Slagle in that 052, up at least 9 spots from where he started. Started 14th, up to 5th. We're looking at a few other big winners as well. Callie in the 36, up from 18th to 11th. Patrick Hernandez, 10 to 6. Doug Betts, 15 to 8 as well. Obviously, some of the big losers are Connor Morse, who started 6th, obviously involved in that lap, second caution of the night. Just got back on the lead lap as he was the lucky dog. Going to be starting in 18th position. And Dennis Crosby as well, who was involved in an incident as well. Currently 19th, 2 laps down, starting on the grid 9th. Here's some interesting chatter. This single file restarts are reminding some of the old Gen 4 days with how they restarted before double file restarts became the normality a little bit later down the line.
Lights out in the pace car, which means we are going green at the end of this lap. For our 4th restart of the night. It's Daffin, Watchhorn, Greg, Wildman top 4. Green flag is out and away we go.
No one going to get a good enough jump there to really make anything happen. It's all single file coming into the corner. Ooh, Kyle Smith just got a big bump. Kyle Smith sideways through 3, and that will trigger another caution. He's also going to be hard.
Ooh, that's Bajent.
Someone sideways.
Again.
Yep.
Smith and Bajent once again. And this is going to be interesting.
I heard something through 1 and 2 as well. Maybe worth checking chatter.
Oh.
Yeah, something happened in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, so we have to watch the whole app here.
Yeah, so we're going to take a look here. Okay, I'm looking at Kyle Smith and Callie Bajent. This is on the restart.
Yep, big tap there, right into the 61. Selena was not too happy wondering what happened. Kyle was like, not my fault, not my fault. And then just another tap there, hard tap into the brakes. That just sent the 55.
We're on that 37, and we're already seeing tempers flare here. Big time. Second
nothing really
caution in a row, it's been those two.
Really nothing Kyle Smith could do. Kyle Smith was just trying to run his line and just kind of ran over 2 times. And now 2 cars have heavy damage here.
See, Kyle Smith's going to come down pit lane, so will Callie Bajent.
Do have a couple cars making pit stops here, obviously Kyle Smith and Callie, respectively. And Joshua Jernigan coming in as well. So 3 cars hitting here. The rest still staying out. There's something else worth noting as well. With single file restart, it's something you saw in the Champ Car days, is that there's a situation where some drivers are having problems getting kind of close together and pacing together here, as some drivers are leaving just a bit too much space going into the corners, and it's not allowing runs off that some of the drivers need. So with single file restarts back in play, it's something we'll have to keep an eye on that you may not see high up front, but it's definitely going to be something maybe mid-pack that could hurt some drivers if some drivers bit sleeping on the restart. So lights on the Pace car. Got the one, the green.
Going to lap 41 of 202.
Pace car take the hard left. Having the leading sides lap 1. And away we go. Big jump there by the car in 4th. Brady Weilman looking to try to take some advantage here and stay at the back.
As the leaders pull away here, it's Daffin ahead of Watchorn, Greg, Weileman, and Slagle top 5. A little bit further back.
A bit of a battle forming for 12th here. Big pack from 10th on back, 9th on back, I should say. Kyle Smith kind of taps the wall off exit there. Going to hinder his run. .44 looks like it's been through a bit of a war zone here with that back end ripped completely off. Top 2 pulling away from 3rd position here. Well, got well over a second from the 3rd car in line, the 18.
We'll try updating the lap count on the bottom right of your screen about every 5 laps or so. Obviously, very difficult to do lap after lap after lap when it's 2 of us in the booth and we're doing it all manually. But this is the battle for the race lead between Daffin and Watchorn. Watchorn 5 race wins on the season. Daffin only 1 so far. But it's been these 2 that have been class of the field most of the races so far this season.
Honestly, with how we're doing this old school style, it makes you kind of envinous, or at least take for granted how, with the modern advancements in technology, to make it a bit easier to broadcast, to make it for ease of comfort. But we'll still be flying here. But watching Merrick, he's getting better run in the corners here, but with only being 1 passing lane, all the 40 has to do is really hold the bottom and make sure he gets good runs out of corners, and he'll be all right. Because obviously 91 doesn't want to show his hand too early here and obviously give the bump to the 48 too early, because what goes around comes around.
Kyle Smith on the charge forward here, all the way back up to 10th already.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a phenomenal job in that 55, recovering from that last caution.
Yep, all pretty much single file here throughout the field. No one really. One thing maybe say you could say downsides, or at least situation of the short track racing. Sometimes it's a bit hard to pass. This will bring a nice blimp camp bomber here.
Looks like Bajan may be behind the wall here. Number 36 may be done for the day.
Yep, currently 7 laps down, so I think that's all she wrote for that driver in question of 36.
Yeah, Alec Daffin in the race lead. Merrick Watchorn in second place. This is the battle that we're watching. Lilac Zier in the 89 just got ahead of Selena Thompson there. That's the battle for 12th.
Mm-hmm.
Over further back. As it looks like we're beginning to find drivers getting into a groove here on lap 53 of 202.
Another driver has made up a lot of spots. Including Jacob Elkins, currently up to 6th position, had an EOL, so...
Oh, Watchorn with trouble.
Yeah.
Watchorn in a lot of trouble, already down to 5th place. So he had a significant problem.
Yeah, he wheel hopped out of 3 and 4. Car just kicked loose. And almost hit the inside wall, so that's what cost him all that time.
Rare mistake by Watchorn has put him down in the hornet's nest.
Mm-hmm. That's not going to help. Those tires are probably a bit overheated, so he's going to have to try to cool them down. At least the one saving grace, though, is that Daffin is starting to catch at least a little bit of lap traffic, so his times will filter a little bit here, but obviously not much that really you can think of. Really, the question is 91. Got to try to do something here, but I feel like I won't say banking on a caution, but he's definitely going to need something to try to bunch his field back up, because it's going to be quite a tall ask to make up about 6 seconds on the race leader. Ooh, we got to check up, and that's going to be a caution here. It was... Looking to see who it is currently. It is the 5, a John Boada Jr. here. And he looks like he got a... Don't think he got any help, or possibly may have been netcode, but 5 will bring out our next caution of the night here on lap 50. Yeah, no, that was a single spin, so it was all him on lap 60. We'll have to wait and see if pit stops occur here, as obviously drivers could take the pit stop here and try to split it, but I think we're still maybe a little bit away from the window, but if we're this close, drivers will take an attempt here to pit. Yep, that pit stops are occurring, so I will eat my words. As the full field is coming in for the most. Actually, I think a few drivers are going to stay out. 61 is Selena Thompson staying out. as is the 22 of Dennis Crosby. Crosby is one down, so see if the 61 elects to go around one more time here and pit on the next sequence. He's out of pit lane. It's going to be Daffin coming out ahead. Brady Wildman will come out second. Kyle Smith, good run for third, and it's going to be the 18 fourth.
So I just got back having a little bit of emergency to take care of on my end of things.
Mm-hmm.
Catch me up on what's going on right now.
Well, we had a caution of the night. The 5 had a self-spin going into 1 on lap 60. That triggered a caution, and we've just had the first round of pit stops. Other than that, you really haven't missed much else. 61 of Selena Thompson elected to stay out. 22 will not get his wave around back. Dennis Crosby, if 61 elects to stay out. Yep, Selena is staying out, so 22 will not get their lap. So it's going to be the 61 on the possibly inside or outside, and Alex Daffin will line up on the front row with Wildman and Kyle Smith making up row number 2. Quick update on the running order. 17 cars on the lead lap, as you see the 22 have to pull over to let everyone go. 17 cars on the lead lap. Dennis Crosby, only car still run. 18 cars running, 1 car on the 1 lap down. That is Dennis Crosby. 20 cars took the flag, and only Callie, Bagnet, and John Ledger are currently behind the wall. So we'll be coming to lap 65, green on lap 66. This one going to get some points here for leading a lap. Now trying to hold on. It's easy to do on a short track per se. You can really back it up. But the thing is, the longer you back it up, the more tempers are going to flare with the drivers behind. Pace car going to pull on in here. And away we go here on the restart. And the RC Dalek staff and making a move. Does not want to get stuck behind the tire with slow tires. Or old tires, I should say. 48, 51 all around. And the 61 going to get the point lead. But kind of just going to get out of the way here. Move to the front. Looking back, we see Merrick in the 91 making some move here on the 18. Thought about making a move there, but had to back it down. Battle for 5th heating up here. See if the 91 tries to move here again. Had a good run off into the corner of 3, but just couldn't really finish it. And that time by just a little bit too far back to make the lunge. Just close enough to the back bumper. Could basically change the gears of the 18. Now, we know Merrick's got a pretty fast car, but stuck in the Hornet's nest here. How aggressive will he be? Because he knows the leader can get away here quite quick. But you can see right there, the 18 going to try to make a move on the 55 of Kyle Smith here. Try to make it stick. Inside will prevail, presumably. And that 55 could get freight trained here on set outside. Gonna try to tough it out though. Just in the background there's where you can see Connor Morris making a move on the 9 at Jacob Elkins. And we'll successfully get that job done. Now here comes the 91 again, and Merrick Saw what the 18 did to Kyle Smith. Not going to try to do the same thing. Just can't get around. Right now, worth noting, about 3 seconds back, this battle we're watching from the race lead of currently Alex Staffen.
Yeah,
Probably 2 seconds back of Brady Wildman.
Yeah, teammates 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Watchorn trying to break it up a little bit, little by little.
Advantage of having teammates. It's currently on lap 76. Just to keep the viewers and the one updating the lap counter updated. Now on 77. And Alex Staffen has pushed the 1 second here, but there's the battle heating up for third. 91's finally kind of willed his way around. He'll get that car up to 3, so we'll break up the top 3 teammates. Will put himself in third position.
Again, for those that are tuning in, we appreciate you sharing your support with us on a Friday evening. Very much old school and a little bit retro. Lap count bottom right of your screen is going to be updated every 5-10 laps. Obviously, have to do everything manually right now. STK not operating tonight. But right now, looking at battle mostly for leading from third on back. Merrick Watcher with 91 in third place.
That will be a
out.
caution. Yep, caution out here.
Kyle Smith around again.
Oh, it's not been a good day for that 55. Looks like he was involved along with the 052 as well. But that was later in the incident. So we're on lap 81 here. There's Kyle Smith obviously coming in here. Picks up the car damage he indicated under the last caution, along with the 61 is Selena Thompson coming in for their scheduled pit stop. But did not like to take under the previous restart. Lucky Dog going high here, as we'll see. It is the 22 of Dennis Crosby. He will now be on the lead lap. Giving us 17 cars on the lead lap. Jack Stanley, only car, now 1 lap down. For better or worse, this is sometimes what you get in short track racing. Sometimes cautions do occur, and that. You see Daffin just trying to get the tires warmed up here. Maybe try to feint pit road entry there to try to psych out some of the other drivers behind, see if they bite. So all set and clear here. Lights not going to be on the pace car quite yet. Probably will be lights out on lap 86. Coming to lap 87 is when we'll probably see the green flag occur again. Not halfway quite yet here. Yep, lights out on the pace car, so we'll be going green this time by. Bill Pasker going to take the hard left in the pit lane.
Daffin, Weileman, Watchorn, and Greg, top 4.
Mm-hmm.
Green flag coming back out, lap 87 of 202.
Ooh, a little bit of a bog down there by the 19. Almost put him under pressure from the 09 of Connor Morris, but away will fly. Put it back there. We see a possible Elkins and Alexier fighting for position. Elkins will get the job done for position. I think Connor Morris maybe setting up for a move here on that 19, or at least thinking about it.
Trouble a little bit further back. It looks like Buwada and Crosby. Buwada slides through pit lane.
Get a caution for that. We'll keep it green.
Daffin leads. Buchanan a little bit late and see issues with that 99 machine.
Oh, that's Connor Morse and the 19. They had a little touch there.
Oh, and that boxes everyone up.
Yeah. I was 19 not too happy with what occurred.
And still issues. Slago in the wall.
Yeah. No, hornet's nest there. Bunch of cars stacked up. Bunch of cars not knowing what to do. And they're trying to settle it out here. Oh, and there's a big wall tap by that 99 of RJ Buchanan. And he's going to get split here. Almost puts the pinch on the 050. 052 of Brad, and Brad will get around.
Salinas dropped backwards as well, down to 16th place.
But yeah, that little incident between Connor Morris and the 19 of Patrick Hernandez cost about 5 seconds to the leader. For some, even more. So if this race stays green, it's going to be a 4-car race for the win. That's the question now coming up here is how hard, obviously teammates 1-2 right now. Obviously Brady Wildman's going to fight hard to keep the spot because he obviously doesn't want to go down to third, but how extra hard will he to try to keep that 91 behind? Because the 91 was one of the few drivers that was really on pace for that 48 through the night. Going to come up here to lap 96. And there you can see the move, the 91. Going to try to make a move. Senses a bit of desperation, knowing he has to get around here. Going to take that inside line. third lane. Really, the only thing the 51 could do is try to outbrake into a corner and try to pinch it low. But now side by side, just going to try to make life hard for that 91 because it's almost going to be a foregone conclusion, bearing a mistake at the 91. Ooh, a little bit of an overcook, but that's just going to be just enough, and the 91 will clear for second. Now 1.8 back of now the 48 machine. As you're going to catch up to the 95 here, going to put Jack Stanley one down. The 89 is currently in 9th position right now in a battle with Doug Betts in 8th for 8th. As we've now crossed the century mark here as Alex Effin has taken lap 100. 1 lap away from halfway. Looking to see what we got kind of shaking up through the battles here. Ooh, we do got a bit of a battle forming here for the battle for, I would say, 6th position here as 19 and the 09 are fighting. Remember, they had that little tangle earlier. It's going to be a little bit of a love-loss situation here. Obviously not going to wreck. Looks like the 19, though, going to get around. And now the 09 going to tap the wall hard. Going to send the 3 of Doug Betts almost into the inside wall. And that 09's not making any friends here tonight, and that's going to allow the 89 to sneak on by and get 2 for 1. You can see Connor, big loser there, going to end up losing a lot of spots in succession. Going to fall down to 10th. Actually, 11th. Jack's only going to kind of endure possible rebuttal there, but we keep it going. And we're watching is probably one of the closest battles we currently have on the racing surface. Ooh, we got a checkup, and that's going to be a wreck here. I'm going to try to find
RJ Buchanan.
RJ Buchanan, thank you. Good find. Oh, and I was like him and the 22 got in a little bit of a contact here, coming off a 2 on lap 104.
And this is what it looks like on your race screen right now. And yeah, there's 99 gets to the back of the 22. Selena Thompson gets involved as well in the 61.
Yep. Nowhere to go.
Just a little bump and run again.
As it looks like we're going to see cars pitting in here. Leaders pitting.
Yep.
Oh, my common map skills are correct. Maybe possibly one more stop because they went to lap 60 on first pit stop. Here we're on 106. It's a little early, so we probably got one more stop, give or take, because I don't think this is the final pit stop of the night.
Buchanan stayed out.
Yep. And well,
there he goes.
this time, yeah. Because Bawada's looking to get one of his laps back here. He's a wave around car. another fun fact, just in case for people to keep an eye on the Truck Series race in real life, they've actually gone to wet weather tires. So, a bit of a fun little moment there. So lights still on the pace car here. Obviously going to be going around at least 2 more times here if my numbers are correct. And we got the 2 to green. So we see him coming. So it'll be on lap 104 when the lights will go on the pace car. 105 is when we will hit the green. Just a little under halfway here. So pace car going to take the hard left here. It's going to be Daffin, Wildman, Watchhorn, Greg, Elkins, your top 5. And away we go on lap 111. And you see right there, Brady Wildman and Merrick Watcher. Watcher making the big lunge to the inside. Going to try to keep position here. 51 going to try to hold strong. '91 going to get clear here, presumably going into 3. They take advantage of these fresh tires while they can. And for the last time since lap, I want to say 60 or 70, this is the first time Merrick Watchhorn has been back in position, well, within striking distance of Alex Daffin, I should say. The field is running currently single file. This is really the closest battle we got brewing on surface. It's a battle for the lead. So as we're coming to lap 118 here, it's been the Alex Daffin show pretty much up front. He's led basically every lap here.
Burton Greg falling backwards here, fell back from the top 5, battling now to hold on to the 7th position, won't do so. Lilacs here in the 89, up to 6th place.
She's charging hard in that 89.
That's in 8th. Kyle Smith up to 9th, and Brad Slagle in 10th. That is the top 10 at the moment. And caution is out.
That's another caution.
Lap 120, and it's for Joshua Jernigan.
Ooh. I think it may have been the 09-2 of Connor Morris, because Jernigan was in the pits.
We'll look and see here, and oh yeah, it definitely was. The 09 Carmen Moore sitting in way too hard there.
Mm-hmm. Struggling a bit of a damaged car here, and just trying to limp around to get some points. And at 09, seen better days. I think Kyle Smith may have just hit the tire barriers. Yeah, he did. Looks like his wheel problems he may have been complaining about it finally kind of caught up to him. And a big little thunk to the wall. You can see the ill effects of that. You can see the hood's gone at number 55. Lights still on the pace car. Obviously, we, I think, got the 2 to go here. Yes, we do. So we'll be going back to green on lap 125. All right, so Light's going to be out on the pace car here. Top 5 is Dathan, Watchhorn, Wildman, Elkins, Hernandez. That is your top 5 with how they run.
Daffin, Watchhorn, Weileman, Elkins, Hernandez, Zier, Betts, Smith, and Slagle, your top 9. Thompson in 10th.
Green flag in the air, and away we go. And we got relatively okay through there. Question is, what does Merrick have for Alex Daffin? The field here running their own little battles here, all still single file for the most part here, as we're still obviously the main battle to focus on is the battle for the lead here in second position. And so we have a little bit of a scrap forming here between the 99 and the 44, fighting for 12th respectively. You can even throw probably Selena Thompson in that battle as well. Unless the 99 kind of overcooked 3 and 4, and that's going to allow going into 1 here, the inside line preferable for the 44. He'll get the runoff here, so put Maurice up to 12th and RJ Buchanan down to 13th. Looks like we got also good battle here for him for third as Wildman is falling to the clutches of the 9 of Elkins. Because Elkins, we know, has some pace in that 9 vehicle. Because he did qualify third, but serving an EOL. He's had to carve his way back up to the field, and right now, knocking the door of a top 3 finish.
Still a lot of race left, though.
Yeah, we still got at least one more pit stop. It's going to come down to how you can conserve the tires and conserve the rubber in the vehicles. But obviously, if we get one more caution within the window, which we're coming close to, again, if my calculations are correct, there'll be a mad dash to the finish. Gap has pushed up to about a second clear of Merrick in that number 91, and it's about a second gap between Merrick and Brady Wildman. And you got about 4 cars fighting in the train for third here. Elk's just trying to find a way around without maybe dumping that said 51. Not gonna be able to hang around the outside. Just gotta hope that 51 squirms off the racing surface just a bit. But problem is right now, 19's looking at that 9 as the next car up. Like, if you don't get the pass done, I'll get around you and try to finish it myself.
Teammates here, 4th and 5th, Elkins and Hernandez. Washington Motorsports trying to get all 4 cars in the top 10 again. Gamillion sitting in 11th.
Oh, I think we got a wreck, possibly, but no caution. There she is. That's the caution. Looks like it may have been RG Buchanan in the 5 of John Bawada.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah, the 99 still spun around. Here's what happened. Oh, yeah.
Yep. That's a tap.
And everyone does a pretty good job. Oh, Stanley got spun by Watchorn as everyone was trying to get through there. The leader's on pit lane.
Yep, that's the whole field. That's going to be the final pit stop of the night here. As drivers should be good to go to the end. Watch those pit stops play out. A couple cars going to get the wave around here.
Maurice Gamillion did not pit, and neither did Selena Thompson there.
Mm-hmm.
Thompson only was tires in the field.
Yeah, we saw that under the first pit stop window we saw was Selena Thompson staying out, so it's not new news to the 61. but we also know under the first restart, under the first pit stop window, the 61 kind of just let it ride high and wasn't too much of a force. But now the 44 is leading. How hard will that 44 fight with those old tires?
Yeah, Chameleon on 21 lap old tires, Thompson on 35 up old tires here on lap 142.
All right, we got the one to go here. Guess we're going to get our questions answered.
It's Chameleon, Thompson, Daffin, Watchorn, Weileman top 5. 17 cars still running in this race. Green flag back out, and away we go.
This could be the opportunity the 91 could use here. Oh, Daffin goes a little bit deep. Trying to make something happen. The 48 going to go around the 61, same thing the 91. It's going to be freight train central for Selena Thompson.
Now how much does Chameleon defend from Daffin here to let Watchorn catch up a little bit?
Mm-hmm. All's fair in love and war.
It turns out Chamelion's not going to be able to fight too awful hard.
You see a little bit further back, see the 61 getting olayed. And yep, 91 going to get around here. So top 2 for the most of this race are once again top 2. Oh, yep, Jacob Elkins is not too happy with that 61 right now. Just trying to find a way around. He just can't get the job done.
Try sending the 61 through. There's a bump and run.
Yep. That's
and
tempers firing.
That's a clinical bump and run right there. Mm-hmm. That was as clinical as you can have it. Oh, Kyle Smith just got sent through turns 1 and 2, and Slagle, I think, sent around.
Yep.
And yeah. And Slagle had
That's
the
another
toe.
question.
And Slagle, did he get help? He was behind Kyle Smith when it happened. But,
no.
And he helps himself around.
Yeah, that was unrelated because you can see that 18 behind did not give that 052 a tap.
It was related to the 50. It was related to the 55, but he wheel hopped because he tagged the 55 and then slammed the brakes to avoid getting into him harder, and just looped it on his own. We'll be coming to lap 150 here in a couple laps. We're on lap 148 right now. I believe, if my math serves me correctly, we'll be going green on lap 151.
You are correct. I think we're going to get the 2 to go here. Confirm that. No, we did not get the 2 to go that time by, it seems. So I guess we're going to be going...
152, then.
Yeah.
So we'll be restarting with 50 laps left in this race.
Which, if everything goes well, could be a click-by moment. Really just comes down to what can the 91 do to get around the 48, because once that opening reset occurred and the 48 was able to clear the 91, that 48's been smooth sailing up front for most of this race, only excluding the laps where pit stops occurred. Yep, we got the 2 to go that time by, so we'll get the 1 to go on 151 and the green on 52. Will be the 1 to go as the lights on the pace car will be heading on out. Just in case the viewers home was still concerned, STA is still having glitches, so even if we could get it going by the end, we will not be able to. So it'll be like this throughout. So quick reset of the field here. We got Daffin, Watchhorn, Wildman, Maurice, and Patrick Hernandez, your top 5. 13 cars on the lead lap. 17 still running. Green flag in the air, and away we go again. 51 gets a good jump there on the 91, but not going to be able to really make anything occur. See the 51 just trying whatever he can to get around Merrick. Help out the teammate in front.
Trouble a little bit further behind. That's
the 51 of Wildman.
Yeah, Wildman around.
Yep. And it looks like it was something with Brady's computer.
Take a chance to look here. Behind the 91 of Watchhorn.
I think it's going to be possibly a blink out here.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. 2 times in the wall, and around he flies. Obviously, he's not happy, but just the unluck of the draw. So the 052 will get the lucky dog, if I'm not mistaken. Put him one more lap closer to being on the lead lap. We'll still have 13 cars on the lead lap, though. As that car last on the lead lap will sadly beat Brady Wildman, who is now last car on the lap. So on lap 156, time limit probably would not be a concern, but just worth keeping on the own. This is a 2-hour race window, so. You get the 2 to green to go that time by, so we'll get 1 to go. So we'll have 1 to go on 158, and we'll have green on 159. It was 42 left to go when we take the green flag. Was the 1 to go. To be Daffin, Watchhorn, Maurice, Patrick Hernandez, Jacob Elkins, your top 5. Green flag with 40-ish laps to go. Forgot the number for a second. And away we go. Daffin going to get a good jump there.
43 laps to go when they took the green flag.
Thank you. Brady Wildman coming back down pit lane here.
Still a little further back here.
Mm-hmm.
Thompson drops down to 10th.
That's the battle for third.
Very interesting battle here. All four of the Watch Party Motorsports teammates, second through fifth.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, you want to be aggressive to try to gain spots, but at the same point, don't want to wreck your teammate for it. 19 going to sneak on around here and it's going to open the door for the 9 as well of Elkins.
Zier trying to get through as well. Won't be able to do so there.
No. Door is still going to be open, though, for her to attack. And the 89 will get the spot, so... just maybe try to play a little bit of loyal friendliness to the two teammates in question, but couldn't close the door in time. The 89 will also gain the spot as well. Back up front, Eric Watchhorn is keeping that 48 honest. It's 3/10 right there across the line. A little bit faster that 91 was. See, Kyle Smith also trying to get around Maurice here. Does Kyle Smith have anything for that 44? Again, just shows you how an effective line to run. Just pinch that bottom, just be a little bit faster off exit. There's nothing the car behind can do. This is a one-groove racetrack. And you're not missing really anything up front. As we'll cut back to the lead battle here, as you'll see, it's about a 7/10 gap between Daffin and Watchhorn. And Daffin is open about 3 seconds up on Patrick Hernandez in third. They've hit 30 to go here. Thing worth noting is if we stay green throughout this race, leaders are going to catch lap traffic. Right now, they're catching up to they're about to catch up to the 95 of Jack Stanley. And they got John Bawada, Josh Jernigan, and Brad Slagle all ahead. They all will catch before the end of this race. We'll see the battle there between Bawada and the 40. Not for position, though, as one is 5 laps down, the other is 9 laps down. There's the battle for 6th. Still heating up. Kyle Smith trying whatever he can in that 55 to make something happen. Just can't get enough load, really get to that apex to really force the car in. Ooh, 99 had a little slip up.
Ooh, this could be interesting. Oh, contact between the 44 and the 55. Oh, Gamillion in the 44, Smith in the 55.
You can see a move there from the 18 on the 3.
Yeah.
That's the little opportunity the 55 wanted. Just need to get a little in there to make something happen. Oh, and Alex Stafford had a little contact with the 99 up front.
Two different battles going on right now.
I would say it's a battle. The lap down vehicle almost took out our leader accidentally. You can see Buchanan in the back slow there.
Just like trying to stay out of the way.
Come down the pit lane here. You almost sent our race leader into the possible barrels. We stayed green, and Davin will keep a 1.2 second lead. More lap traffic there. Buata going to get out of the way. As they're on lap 182 right now. Now 183. Laps are just ticking away, and the gap's now 1.4 seconds between the gap between first and second. And there is Elkins right now we're focusing on, as he's caught the backup for the final podium spot here, but is also under pressure from that 89.
Quattro's still kind of in the middle of no man's land here.
Yeah, just has not had that pace in that 91 compared to our race leader.
That's Slagle in between the race leader and Merrick Watchorn.
Well, that's probably one of the things that hurt him, was losing those double file restarts, at least early on. But necessary evil, you could say. So now we're on lap 187.
That's beginning to tick away pretty quickly.
It's kind of running their own pace here. Some are trying to get to the end, others trying to gain spots here.
About 90 underway for the race leader.
Yep.
He's opened up a 1.92 second gap almost to Merrick Watchorn. Alec Daffin has.
It's up 2 seconds. Watchorn's going to need a caution or something to have any chance, but even then, he's had a good short run car, but really
And
not
there's
been
the
able to.
caution.
Jack Stanley. Saw him right there.
And that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Doctor ordered it, but it's not going to be an easy feat because we
Oh,
know
no.
that 48 got long run pace. He's just going to have to get a good jump and a good launch. Oh, and look at the different strategies. 48 going to stay out. 91 coming in. I don't blame the call for 91. You got to try something different.
Kyle Smith stays out. Looks like Brennan Gregg will stay out as well.
Okay, just trying to see who would have it. It's going to be the 55 of Kyle Smith second. It's going to be the 18 of Brendan Gregg. He's going to be third. 51's obviously a lap down 2. Sam Thompson just got the lucky dog. So there's not going to be that many cars in between Daffin and the drivers that just pitted. With how few laps are going to be, it's not a horrible opportunity. I'm not going to lie. You got to try something different. But it's a big ask to make up that many spots in such few laps. And worth noting as well, first driver out of the pit lane is Lig Zaire. Will jump the 91.
Zaire took a two-tire stop.
Thank you. So we'll presumably get the 2 to go here this time by on 195, meaning we'll get the green on 197. We'll see here, just confirm it. Yep, 2 to green. So to update what we got, Daffin, Smith, and Brendan Gregg all stayed out. Lig Zaire in the 89, 2 tires. Watchorn, Hernandez, Elkins, Betts, Crosby, Maurice Goldman all came in for 4. If I'm correct.
What it's looking like at the moment, Gamillion also took damage repair.
Okay. So it's interesting strategies. We'll be on 197. We'll get green. That'll give us 6 laps. So is 6 laps enough time for the 2 to 4 tires to get to the front? Will Daffin make this work? I think the one thing right now, though, is if you're Alex Daffin, you want this to stay green. All significant cautions afterwards, bunches up the field more and more, and leaves you a sitting duck.
Yep.
Pace car coming on in.
Oh, this is going to be spicy. His car is in. 6 laps to go here at Martinsville.
Look at that, already a big fight there for second position between the 55 and the 18. And you see a pass there for fourth. Zaire going to get kind of boxed in here.
Watchorn on fresh tires.
Yep, Zaire overcooks.
Big time overcook.
Oh, it just shoves him into the wall, Merrick, and that's going to be a caution.
That's a caution.
Oh. You hate to see that. Was an 18 involved. Yeah, Patrick Hernandez involved as well. You can hear the frustration as well over the radio chatter.
This is what happened. Brennan Gregg in the 18.
Yeah. You
And
could
that was
kind of
19.
argue the door kind of got shut.
It's what happened with between Kyle Smith and Callie Bajent earlier in the race. Smith closed the door on Bajent, put Callie in the wall, and obviously a bit different in that situation. And Greg had nowhere to go, just immediately bounced the inside wall.
Race Control's going to take a look at that one when we finish up here. We'll shake on here as we're on lap 200. Should be a green white checkered situation.
It will be.
Still, yep. Thank you. Since you're here almost every week, it's 3 attempts, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. This race will finish under conclusion. We're not close to the time limit cap, so we will see a flag finishing this thing. What flag? Who knows? But a flag. Yep, and there's the confirmation it will be extended. Oh, we're only going to get 2 attempts, I think, because I'm seeing the on-screen graphic. Thing is, now this puts fresh tires on the 91 a little bit closer to the 48, but there's still a buffer car in between.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very much still a kind of a buffer between the two. We have entered overtime here in Martinsville. It's Daffin, Smith, Watchorn, Elkins, Zier, top 5.
And worth noting, Daffin, Smith on old tires, Merrick Watchorn on fresh rubber, along with Jacob Elkins. They took 4, and Lil Zaire on 2 tires from the previous pit stop. All right, 1 to go. Race lights out. The only thing probably helping right now at 48 is it's going to be a single file restart, because if it was double, you'd have the 91 possibly on your inside going into 1. All right, pace car coming in.
Overtime attempt number 1. Going green, it's Daffin, Smith, and Watchorn. And away we go.
Looking out quick, that 91 dispose of the 55.
Not a whole lot of time is going to make it happen. To the inside he goes. Smith got checked up. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go here in Martinsville.
He's going to have a chance through 3 and 4. He's getting good runoff corners.
Yeah, he will.
How aggressive does he want to send it?
I don't think he's going to be too aggressive in it.
Oh, 55 around the back with Elkins. He saves it. Zaire going to make a move. They're spinning the back, but it's not enough. Alex Daffin going to win. Merrick going to come home in second. Big run to the third. I think it's Lilac Zaire. It is.
It is Lilac Zaire, yeah.
Yep. And Brendan, Jacob Elkins, Kyle Smith. Big stack up, but they were fighting for third. And that's going to be one more moment of anger. But Alex Daffin done everything he can do right here tonight. Will win this race in a dominating fashion.
Wild stuff. But Alec Daffin, race winner tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Wild stuff.
Yeah, no. Ooh, temp is still flaring. But that's sometimes the nature of the beast at Martinsville. Just short track racing in general. Sometimes tempers will flare.
Yeah, tempers flared 100% there, but Alec Jaffin's second race win of the season. At Merrick Watchorn, the championship leader, and Lilac Zier, another podium result for her here in the TWIGI iRacing Series. We'll hear from at least part of the podium tonight.
We'll get who we can.
He's probably going to take us a moment to get everything set up, because again, we're going to have to do everything by hand. We'll see who we can get a hold of here in just a second.
Yeah, seeing a few drivers filing into the waiting room. Still get the interviews here, just doing some final little adjustments behind the scenes here. Do not go anywhere.
Alrighty, looks like we're almost ready for interviews here. We'll start with Lilac Zier, third place finisher tonight. Lilac, this is Carmen from the ABM booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. Hello.
Alrighty, that was a definitely an interesting race here tonight. Obviously, third place, another podium here in the TWIGI iRacing Series. Very physical, but you came away with one of the cleaner looking cars. Kind of walk through sort of just how that race finished for you. 2-tire stop. Do you regret not taking 4 tires, or was that the right call for you?
Well, it was a risk, and I mean, I don't know that it would have worked even if I drove better. But I gave up. I tried to go to the outside of one of the cars on no tires, and that was probably a mistake. No grip up there on 2. But you know, I figured he probably was going to block the bottom, so that let Merrick by me. But we got a caution right away.
Yep.
So I knew I had to protect the bottom on the final restart. And then just kind of got a little bit lucky there because the couple cars in front of me came together and I dove for the only opening there was. I barely got through. I made some contact with the 9 car, I think, but I had no choice really at that point. He was already spinning out with the 55, I believe. So that's just short track racing.
Obviously, you look at just how this race sort of evolved and how everything sort of just came to be the night. Obviously, second podium tonight, second podium of the season tonight. Obviously, you look at next week, we go to Darlington. You know, very physical races coming up here. Watkins Glen, Talladega after that. Starting to build some momentum there in the number 89 tonight. Are you starting to kind of get a sense of putting things together here, and do you think you can kind of replicate these results in the next races coming forward?
I hope so. Darlington's one of my favorite tracks. I'm really good at tire saving there, I think. Maybe maybe I'll be proven wrong, but I think I am. Watkins Glen's really fun. Talladega is obviously anything can happen. But yeah, I think I could get a couple more top fives coming up, hopefully.
Well, obviously, second podium of the night here. Obviously, we get to see you tomorrow night as well in the RX Saturday Night Showdown series. But before we let you go and kind of let you just reset and get everything ready and get ready for tomorrow, if there's anyone to shout out and say thank you to, Lilac, the floor is yours. Congratulations on another podium here tonight.
Oh, well, shout out to you for broadcasting despite the issues with the SDK. Shout out to the league for putting this on, and shout out to all my friends and family, and everyone who makes it possible for this to happen. So thank you.
Well, Lilac, and again, congratulations on the third place finish. Another podium here in the TWIGI iRacing series. Enjoy it, and we'll be seeing you tomorrow night.
Take care.
That was Lilac Zier, third place finisher here tonight. A good result for her there, and then number 89 for her independent entry there. We have one more person we're going to talk to here tonight, and it's going to be the second place finisher and the points leader. Merrick Watchorn finished second tonight. Just didn't have enough time to go after that championship, or after that race win here at the end of the race. Merrick, this is Carmen from the ABM booth. You got a copy?
Got it, 10-4.
Alrighty, that was a very interesting race. It had a little bit of everything. We had some green flag runs there. Interesting strategy call that almost paid off tonight. But can I just walk through one of the first really challenging short ovals of the season? Obviously, everyone's going to have their opinions. A lot of tempers flaring tonight, but kind of walk through your perspective of that race tonight.
It's just a racing deal at the end of the day. I mean, I wish it went green. I would have more or less caught Alec and possibly win that race. I had nothing for Alec, so I was going to do whatever Alec didn't do. So I pitted, took 4 tires, and came back out and, set myself up for a better positioning for run. But towards the end there, I mean, Brendan Gregg throws a block down the backstretch. I go deep into the corner, and I have the tires and the stickers to be able to hold it. And, next thing I know, we come off the corner and just brings out the caution. It's either netcode or he came down or if I came up. But, at the end of the day, it was just frustrating because I had a golden opportunity to possibly win the race by chasing down Alec there. So a little frustrated, but I'll come out of there with second place.
Obviously, your points lead still very much intact here. We're looking at, I believe this is race 9 of the season so far. Yeah, you go in the next week at Darlington, and then obviously Watkins Glen and Talladega after that. A very interesting, a very diverse group of races here. You look at Darlington in the Lady in Black, one of the classic tracks in stock car racing. Then Watkins Glen, one of the most popular road courses, and then Talladega, where anything can happen there. You've done a great job of establishing momentum and consistency so far this season, even at road courses like Sonoma, which you didn't have a lot of high hopes on and you spent a lot of time working on. You got that consistency down, and it was a race today where all 4 of your cars were in the top 10 tonight, and for a period of time they were all in the top 5. We've seen the team sort of gel and get together on all cylinders, and it showed again tonight, even in adverse conditions. What does that bode for the next 3 races where it is as diverse as it gets in the TWIGI iRacing series?
Just sets us up for, later down the road, and hopefully, my team, we gotta go and see how the points, come out. I'm hoping my guys and us, got the points lead, but I highly doubt that. So it's going to come down to staying out of trouble and doing the best we can with what we got. So staying consistent, keeping my guys, under wraps, cool-headed, and moving forward. Right now you gotta figure out what works and what doesn't.
Right now, consistency in the practice time has been working significantly for you. Obviously, 5 race wins. And you look at the top 10 finishes you've had through just the first 9 races, it's been impeccable, the amount of consistency that in that number 91 Toyota tonight. Obviously, next 3 races are a big stepping stone as far as getting through the first third of the season. But a very tiring race, and obviously the work begins now for all the admins to review all the incidents in tonight's race. But before we kind of let you go and rewind and just cool down tonight, if there's anyone to shout out and say thank you to, Merrick, the floor is yours. Congrats on yet another podium here this season here at Martinsville.
I just want to thank y'all for broadcasting it. Just want to thank my admin teams. We got a lot of work over the weekend with this one, so we'll see what happens with the final Martinsville race. We might take it off the schedule with how bad it was tonight. I mean, we couldn't even go double foul, so we'll see what happens. I want to thank TWIGI, QSA, and the Cafeteria Occasion, and hopefully everyone comes back next week. A lot of people are pissed off, so let's just get her going and let's have some fun.
Alrighty, well, Merrick, again, congratulations, second place finish here tonight. Really kind of keeping that points lead pretty well cemented in the driver's side of things. Again, congratulations, a well-earned second place tonight. You were, again, one of the top drivers in the field all throughout this race. Still a well-deserved result tonight.
Thank you.
Obviously, Merrick Watchorn kind of sharing his feelings on how tonight's race went. Obviously, not what he wanted to see tonight. But it's Alec Daffin that won the race tonight. Merrick Watchorn finished second. Lilac Zier finished in third. Kevin Young, you've got the full race report. Sort of walk us through how the race finished.
Well, I had it. Hold on, give me 1 second to pull it up here. That was hold on, if I can ever find it. I could have saved it. Well, we know for a fact we know the top three in that regard.
I'll see if I can pull it up for you. Give me just a second.
Thank you. Yeah.
See, we are in fully like uncharted territories right now here. We'll pull up the race results.
Yeah, because I closed out not thinking about it until I was like, oh, that was a no. Oopsies.
So we'll kind of look here. Martinsville's race results.
Yep. Daffin won, and then Merrick Watchorn finished second, and Luke Zaire finished third. And then the 18 of Brendan Gregg finished fourth, with Jacob Elkins rounding outside your top five. Doug Betson sixth, and Kyle Smith finished in seventh. Maurice Gomillion finished eighth, and Patrick Hernandez finished ninth. James Thompson finished 10th. Dennis Crosby 11th. Brady Wildman, first car, won, and that was the last of the lead lap vehicles, with Brady Wildman finishing 12th, Brad Sagal 13th, John Bawada Jr. 14th, Josh Jernigan 15th, Jack Stanley 16th, RJ Buchanan 17th, Connor Morris 18th, Callie 19th, and John Ledger, only car not to take the field, will finish P20. So, interesting night with only 10 cars finishing on the lead lap here. Sorry, 11. And it was quite an interesting finish, and yeah, all good runs, you could say. And some tempers definitely flared, some drivers definitely crossed paths, but overall, that's sometimes just short track racing.
Yeah, obviously, everyone's gonna have their opinions. Again, a very interesting race, depending on where you were in the pecking order. Again, 11 cars finished on the lead lap, from Alec Daffin all the way down. 10th place, Selena Thompson. 11th place, Dennis Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously, only one car didn't take the start, John Ledger there. We had 6 lead changes, 205 laps. So we had one green white checkered there tonight. That was all we needed. 14 cautions, though, and that's going to be a sticking point tonight for a lot of the drivers as they go through the post-race debriefing. A lot of them in different pockets going through that debrief. For everyone here, on behalf of us, obviously our road sort of ends tonight and goes tomorrow night into the ARC's Saturday Night Showdown series. But for us tonight, on behalf of my co-commentator Kevin Young, on behalf of everyone here for the TWIGI iRacing series and everyone here at ABN Studios, we appreciate you sticking with us here tonight in a very difficult night, technically speaking. Tomorrow night, it's trucks, Saturday Night Showdown for ARCs here at Martinsville, the second of 3 races here at Martinsville Speedway. Some more short track racing tomorrow evening, after what has been a very, emotion-filled evening here on Friday night. But on behalf of everyone here for ABN Studios, I'm Carmen Hardy. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, Have some fun this weekend if we don't see you tomorrow night. But we'll see you here again tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So long, everybody.